individuals who are employable and actively seeking a job but are unable to find a job. That means people are very interested to do some job. They want to seek a job but unable to find a job. They are not able to find a job to do. That is called unemployment. So mostly in India we are finding the people who are interested but there is no jobs for all the people in the country. So usually this unemployment is measured by unemployment rate. So how can we calculate unemployment rate? Unemployment rate can be calculated by dividing the number of unemployed people by the total number of people in the workforce. By dividing number of unemployed people by the total number of people in the workforce, we'll get the unemployment rate. So unemployment serves as one of the indicators of the development. So whether there is less unemployment, definitely that country is developed. If there is more unemployment, then that country is called as a developing country. So that is unemployment. So here we should know what are the causes of unemployment. Then only we can reduce the unemployment in the country. So in the previous class, Madam has explained you in detail the causes for unemployment. So just we'll go through side headings only. So first cause for unemployment in India is rapid rate of population growth. That means the population is increasing very rapidly, very fastly. Second one, jobless growth. There is a growth in the economy, but it is the jobless growth. Jobless growth. We are not able to provide the jobs for each and everyone. So that is the thing happening in the country. Second one is jobless growth. Third one, inappropriate technology. We have appropriate technology. So that is a condition in India which is creating more unemployment in India. That is the third reason. Coming to the fourth one, that is lack of rural industrialization. So in India, we don't have industries in rural areas. So that is a main cause for unemployment. Next one, inappropriate educational system. So whatever the educational system is there in India is not suitable for getting the jobs or the employment. Next one, lack of manpower planning. We have more manpower, but are not having a proper planning of the manpower. So that is also one of the reasons for unemployment in India. And not only this one. Next one is next cause is that of social factors. Some society factors also reason for unemployment. Next one, lack of self-employment opportunities. We are not able to provide self-employment opportunities in India. We are not coming forward to have self-employment. Next, decline of cottage industries. So there are so many reasons for unemployment in India, Nana. So all these madam discussed in the previous class. So today, just I am going to tell you about the remedial measures of unemployment. So here you can observe a picture that unemployment in India, how the most of the people are working from the unemployment office. That means more and more number of people are unemployed in India. So here you can observe a graph which I gave you that in India we have both rural and urban unemployment. Nana. So if you observe here, nearly 7.6% of unemployment in April 2009, which was the highest in 2 years, and nearly 1.9 times increase in unemployment rate in the past 2 years. Rural employment, if you take nearly 7.61% in April 2019, which was the highest in these 2 years, and 15% point increase in unemployment rate in youth in past 2 years. That is the age group of 20 to 24 years. If you observe, the unemployment in this age group is very, very high. So from 17, 18, 19 up to 19th April, from May 17th, if you observe for these 2 years, there is a rapid increase in the urban unemployment. So here green color is showing total unemployment, whereas red color is showing urban unemployment, and black with rural unemployment. So if you observe particularly, the urban unemployment is more in our country. Next, remedial measures. We'll see the remedial measures. So there are some 5 remedial measures we have. First one is the rapid economic development. Second one is the liberal institutional finance for the self-employed. Third one is the promoting small-scale industrial sector. Fourth one is the major government employment programs and some other measures. So we'll discuss in detail now all these points. First one is the rapid economic development. So you know that economic development is related to the developing countries like India. So there should be rapid economic development. So economic development is nothing but the economic growth plus structural change that we should get. So how that economic development should be? It should be very, very rapid. So how can we increase this economic development or make it fast? With increased trade and investment in the opportunities from changes such as new technology. Many of today's developing economies are growing rapidly. So nowadays the developing economies are growing rapidly. How are they growing rapidly? With the increased trade. So they are having very good trade relations and investment also. They are investing more in the capital formation. They are investing more on the economic activities. They are investing more on the developmental activities. And at the same time, they have some opportunities also, like new technology. So nowadays we are learning new technologies. So all these will definitely help the developing economies to grow rapidly. Okay, this growth is the engine for producing the jobs and prosperity which development will rely on. That means the growth is works like an engine. So for any vehicle, for any machine, there should be some engine very important to run properly. So this growth also will help like a engine for producing more and more jobs, for creating more and more jobs and prosperity on which this development depends. Rely on means depends. Okay, this will open a new avenues of employment. New avenues means new opportunities, new chances, new ways of employment, especially for the educated person and skilled workers, and by diverting surplus population from agriculture to industry can be reduced rural unemployment. So mostly we are finding the rural unemployment also. So in order to reduce the rural unemployment, we have to divert the population, that is surplus population, that is more population from agriculture sector to industrial sector. Then only we can reduce the rural unemployment in India. So this is the first reason, Nana, how to reduce the unemployment. Second one is the liberal institutional finance for the self-employed. So if you want to create a self-employment, you should have all these things. So paid work, women's work status, unpaid work will be there. You have to provide some market choice and carrots. Society also should not be a constraint. The state government also provide essential provisions for employment, and at the same time, the social status, the family also should allow. Our caste, our religion also will make you or will decide you whether to work or not. So that social status, economic status, that is size of land holding, wealth quantile, that means how much wealth you have. So if you are wealthy, you want to go for job or no need for working. But if you have less or your land size holdings are very less, then you have to work. Like that, you have to provide employment. So if you have this all these characteristics, education, family background, economic status, everything, then automatically you are motivated to work. That means you should be encouraged by the family, by the society, by the governments also. Then only you have liberally, that means freely, you have freedom to work. And at the same time, self-employment is also very useful. Why? Because you yourself are self-employed and you are able to provide employment for some more people by starting an industry, by starting an factory, by doing some business. You can provide employment for many other people also. So if adequate facilities are made available, millions of people may take to one business or the other producing goods and services. So we have to provide sufficient facilities for the youth, for the energetic people, for the interested people who want to do some business, start some business, or to start an industry or a firm to produce goods and services. Then if you provide adequate facilities to them, there is a great hope and scope for the expansion of employment opportunities. So they are able to provide employment for some more people now. So that is called self-employed liberal institutional finance. Okay. Third one is the promoting small scale industrial sector. So you know that one of the reason for the unemployment is cottage industries are not or small scale industries are not encouraged. So that is the thing for the unemployment. So here, if you encourage, if you develop the small scale industries, definitely you are going to provide more employment opportunities now. So in the manufacturing sector, there is a major contribution to the employment is the small scale and informal sector, not the formal sector, informal sector. If the government is providing much high amounts of credit, then most of the people will come forward to start a small scale enterprises. It would go a long way in enlarging employment. So it will go longer to provide more employment opportunities. So people should be encouraged to start some small scale industries. So if you are able to start some more industries, then we are providing employment for some more people. So the small scale industrial sector should be encouraged by the government. So that is the thing. That is a third point, Nana. So small scale sector ante enti? Small scale industries ante bakeries, school stationaries, that means selling of some notebooks, pens, etc. That is the stationery for school, Nana. So that should be provided. So నా ఫోన్ తీసుకురా, ఇది షేర్ అవ్వట్లేదు స్క్రీన్. అప్పటికే ఫోన్ ఎత్తుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతారు. ఓపెన్ చూడాలి. స్కూల్ స్టేషనరీస్, వాటర్ బాటిల్స్, లెదర్ బెల్ట్, స్మాల్ టాయ్స్, పేపర్ బాక్స్, photography, beauty parlors, like this comes under small scale industries. So what is small scale? Small scale industries are those industries in which manufacturing, providing services, or productions are done on a small or a micro scale. That is called small scale industries. So you can provide more employment if you encourage the small scale industries. So employment in small scale industries as per MSMEs around 120 million persons, and it is contributing around 45% of overall exports, Nana. That is why we have to encourage the small scale industries only. Mostly in India, like countries, we should provide mostly small scale industries only. They are promoting the more employment in India. MSME's separate question is there, Nana. You can learn that micro and small manufacturing enterprises. Next, there are so many government employment programs which are very much useful for providing employment, Nana. So the government is able to provide employment opportunities for all the people in the country through certain government programs. So programs are nothing but you have in the textbook also that IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program, that is IRDP. And second one is the TRISM, the scheme of training rural youth for self-employment, that is TRISM. Third one, RLEGP. RLEGP is nothing but the Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Scheme. Scheme. Next one is the CU, that is self-employment to the educated urban youth. Sir,
madam,
self-employment of the educated urban youth, Nana. Next one is the self-employment program to the urban poor, that is see this one. These are the programs, Nana. NREP, EAS. So JRY, Jawahar Yojana. Next, NREP, the National Rural Employment Program. Next one is the EAS, the Employment Assurance Scheme. Next one is SJSRY. This is the Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana. Next one, PMRY, Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Next, SGH5, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajgar Yojana. Next, MGNREGS, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. And the last one is the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana. So these are the major government employment programs, Nana, in India. So I will explain you all these. So before going to explain all these, some general remedies are there for unemployment problem, Nana. You have to give some special employment opportunity, like important for poor people in urban area as well as rural area. You should give some importance. And seasonal employment through special unemployment program. So already you learned the types of unemployment. So seasonal employment should be provided
మ్యామ్
for
స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం
the
చిన్నదిగా చేయండి
agriculture
మ్యామ్.
sector. Nana?
స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం చిన్నదిగా చేయండి మ్యామ్. టెక్స్ట్ సైడ్ లో కనిపించట్లేదు.
ఓకే. డైరెక్ట్ నేను దాన్ని ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసుకుంటున్నా. డైరెక్ట్ వేజ్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ అండ్ రూరల్ క్యాపిటల్ వర్క్స్ అనా బై ప్రొవైడింగ్ సమ్ అసెట్స్ that is inputs to those people who want to be for self employment. And at the same time you have to raise the rate of capital formation in India. Capital formation is nothing but giving more importance for machinery and building. So you have to invest money on machinery and building. So if capital formation is increased, it will expand the volume of work. And manpower planning is also very, very important, Nana. Manpower planning, management of human resource, right and scientific manner, effective remedies to check the growth of population and effective use of skills. So you can do some more remedies like this for unemployment problem. So not only this, here other measures also there. Accelerating growth rate of GDP. We have to increase the GDP, gross domestic product, in the economy, and we have to control the population growth. We should not have more population. So that is the first cause for unemployment in India. So you have to control the population growth. And development of agriculture sector is also very important, Nana. Why? Because if you do mechanization of the agriculture, then some more technical person will get some employment in the agriculture related activities. And you have to encourage more small scale enterprises that we discussed so far. And not only this, improvement in infrastructure. So infrastructure facility is also very, very important. Infrastructure is nothing but power, water, transportation, communications, everything comes under banking, insurance, everything comes under infrastructure facilities only. So you have to provide more and more infrastructure facilities, or you have to develop the infrastructure facilities in the country. Then these all will give you more employment opportunities in the country. So here this government programs we have to discuss, Nana. These are very, very important. And these may come for 2 mark questions almost most of the employment programs of the government. So the integrated development program IRDP launched during 1978-79 to provide self-employment in a variety of activities like sericulture. Sericulture అంటే పట్టు పరిశ్రమ, పట్టు పురుగుల పెంపకం ఉంటుంది కదా, అది సెరికల్చర్. ఎనిమల్ హస్బెండరీ, that means rearing of buffaloes, cows, sheep, goat, like that. And land based activities in the primary sector, weaving, handicrafts, etc. in the secondary sector, and services and other business activities in the tertiary sector. So this is IRDP. Next one is the TRISM. So the scheme of training rural youth for self-employment, Nana. This was initiated in 1979 with the objective of tackling unemployment problem among the rural youth. So most of the rural youth who are getting education is remaining unemployed. So in order to train them for self-employment, this TRISM has initiated in 1979. Okay, so it aimed to train more than 2 lakh rural youth every year to enable them to become self-employed. So TRISM was now merged into Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajgar Yojana in April 1999. So we are going to learn about it also. And so TRISM now has changed into Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajgar Yojana. Okay, from April 1999 onwards. And third one is the Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, or RLEGP. It was started on August 15th, 1983 with the objective of expanding employment opportunities for the rural landless. This program is aimed to provide guarantee of employment to at least one from each landless household for about 100 days in a year. So that means who don't have any land of their own, from those families, one person will get the employment for 100 days in a year. So that is RLEGP. Now also this scheme is existing and providing employment for the rural landless labor. Okay. Next one is self-employment to the educated urban youth. CU. This program was launched in 1983. The objective is to provide self-employment to the urban educated youth between 18 to 35 years now. So they are able to provide employment for the urban educated youth. That means educated youth in the towns and cities will get employment between the age group of 18 to 35 under this scheme. Loans are also provided to the beneficiaries with a subsidy of 25% by the government of India. Next one is self-employment program to the urban poor. Okay, SCPUP. This program was launched in 1986 with an aim of enabling the urban poor to set up their own economic enterprises. Loans up to 5 lakhs. Now they are providing, Nana. Actually, this scheme loans up to 50,000 to 2 lakhs are provided. Out of the total unit cost, 10% of the amount must be contributed by the beneficiary. That means whoever getting this scheme, they have to contribute some 10%. Okay. Bank should provide 65% of the unit cost as loan, and 25% will be a subsidy given by the government of India. So this program has been merged with the scheme of urban enterprises under NRY. That is Nehru Rozgar Yojana, NRY. Okay. Next one is the Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, JRY. This program was started in February 1989 for intensive employment creation in 120 backward districts of the country. So backward districts in the country, that means they are not developed. Okay. So nearly 120 backward districts throughout the country were selected under this program to provide intensive employment opportunities. So latter NREP, already we learned NREP, National Rural Employment Program, and RLEGP, Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, were merged into a single rural employment program on April 1st, 1989 into the Jawahar Rozgar Yojana. So the NREP and RLEGP combinedly came to known as JRY, Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, from April 1st, 1989. Okay, this JRY was restructured with effect from April 1999, and it was renamed as Jawahar Gram Samruddhi Yojana, JGSY. So all this you can find in the textbook, no problem. The aim of this program was creation of infrastructure and durable assets at the village level so as to increase opportunities for sustained employment in the rural poor. Next program is NREP, that is the National Rural Employment Program. Nana. This program was started in the 6th 5-year plan to meet the segment of rural population which largely depends upon the wage employment. That means దినసరి కూలీలుగా ఉంటారు కదా వాళ్ళకి, and have virtually no source of income during the lean agriculture period. That means for 6 months they will have some agriculture work, and for next 6 months they don't have any income. So for such people, this NREP, National Rural Employment Program, was implemented by the central government in the 6th 5-year plan to provide some employment. Next one is the Employment Assurance Scheme. Assurance, EAS. EAS aimed at providing 100 days of unskilled manual work on demand to 2 members in the age group of 18 to 60 years in the agricultural lean season. So whenever there is no agriculture work, between the age group of 18 to 60, on their demand, 2 members will get unskilled manual work. There is no need of any skill. So unskilled manual work for 100 days. That is EAS, Employment Assurance Scheme. Assurance ante they are giving some promise. Okay, guarantee. During 1996-97 to 99-2000, total 1,533.7 million man days of employment was generated under this scheme. Next one is the Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana, SJSRY. This scheme is providing gainful employment to the urban unemployed and unemployed poor. Urban unemployed and underemployed poor. Underemployed means they are doing some job, but whatever the income they are receiving is not useful or not sufficient for their family. So they are called as underemployed poor. Nana. By encouraging the setting up of self-employment ventures, and also by providing wage employment and utilizing their labor force for construction of some socially, economically useful public assets. That is Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana. Next one is the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, PMRY. It was designed to provide self-employment to more than 1 million educated unemployed youth by setting up 7 lakh micro enterprises under the 8th 5-year plan. This scheme is providing employment to nearly 7.4 lakh people. That is PMRY. Next one is the Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajgar Yojana, SGSY. It was launched from April 1st, 1999 after restructuring the IRDP and allied schemes to provide self-employment to the rural poor. Okay, so under this National Rural Livelihood Mission will ensure that at least one member from each identified rural poor household, preferably a woman, is bought under the self-help group network in time-bound manner. So now these self-help groups are working very efficiently in Andhra Pradesh. So this Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajgar Yojana has given much importance for a women, and they bought them under self-help groups. Okay, Next one, very important question, Nana. That is MGNREGS, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. The scheme was launched on 2nd October 2009, and it seeks to provide at least 100 days of guaranteed wage employment in a financial year. Financial year means April to March, okay, to at least one member of every rural household whose adult member volunteer to the unskilled manual work. That means whoever adult member of the family is voluntarily coming. So he want to work as an unskilled manual worker or labor. So they are providing employment for 100 days, guaranteed wage employment. Okay. At least nearly 33% of beneficiaries are women only. Under MGNRES, where disbursement through bank and post office is mandatory. So here they won't give the wages to hand, Nana. That wages will be credited into their bank or post office accounts. This is likely to help in the financial inclusion of the poor. So MGNREGS provides a wage rate of rupees 100 per day to a worker. Now it has increased somewhat to 150 or 250 rupees, Nana. So this act is also significant vehicle for strengthening decentralization and deepening the grassroots democratic structure. So we are changing the democratic structure at the rural level by providing the employment under this scheme. They are spending some crores of rupees on this scheme to provide employment for the people for at least 100 days guarantee wage employment. Okay, that is MGNREGS. Next one is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana. This question is also very important for 5 marks. Okay. The Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana was launched on 25th September 2014. Nana. This is Modi government's scheme in view of 98th birth anniversary of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya.
వీడియో చూపించండి
Earlier,
మ్యామ్.
this yojana was known as Ajivika Skills Development Program. Yes, Pujita?
వీడియో చూపించండి మ్యామ్.
No, I'm not able to share, Nana. Just I'll try again.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
The programs I didn't given in this PPT, Nana. Why? Because they are very lengthy. Now what I discussed, no. So
Yes, ma'am.
many you have to prepare the slides. So instead of doing that, just I cut off for 14 only. You will have in your textbooks, no problem. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the remedial measures of reducing unemployment in India, Nana. Is there any doubt to you? You can ask me. I will send in a group. You ask your teachers to send that PPTs to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No doubt, ma'am.
Let's
No
see.
doubts.
It's
Is
very
it
interesting.
clear, Nana?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Balaji sir?
Then Mohan, madam.
Balaji sir?
మేడం
sir.
అయిపోయింది మేడం ఏం చేస్తుంది సెషన్
Yes, sir. If they have any doubts, I can clarify.
డౌట్స్ ఏదైనా ఉంటే అడగచ్చు మేడం క్లారిఫై చేస్తారు లేకపోతే సెషన్ ఎండ్ చేద్దాం
Do you have any doubts, Nana? Is it clear? Everything is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Nana. Okay.
మ్యామ్ మ్యామ్ రెమెడీస్ గ్రాఫ్ కదండి మ్యామ్ రెమెడీస్
Nana?
టు మెజర్ అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్
Nana, remedial measures to reduce unemployment.
ఆ గ్రాఫ్ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి మ్యామ్
Which one?
గ్రాఫ్ దగ్గర మ్యామ్ గ్రాఫ్ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి మ్యామ్
Graph. Okay. This graph, okay. This graph, what I would like to tell you is that how this unemployment in India is increasing. Nana. Here I have taken from May 2017 to April 19. Okay. So here with the three different colors we are showing you. The green color is shows you that the total unemployment in India for these 2 years, and red color is showing urban unemployment, whereas black is showing rural unemployment. By this picture you can understand most of the unemployment in India is in urban areas only. That means more people are
Yes, ma'am.
migrating from rural areas to urban areas and settling there, but they are not able to get job opportunities. Why? Because the number of people residing in towns and cities are day by day are increasing only. So the government is not able to provide employment for all the people who are living in the towns and cities. And nowadays also you know that you are all getting educated. So government is giving you education. Well, very good one. But at the same time, they are not able to provide you job opportunities like that. Only education is giving, but no job opportunities are created. So the government has to start industries, service sector activities, skill development for the youth or the urban or rural, whatever it may be, for unemployed people. So because of that only in models, you know that we are having vocational courses. So that vocational courses are nothing but providing you self-employment. None. In order to get some employment, you should not wait for anybody to have or to give you a job. So in our Punganur Model School, we are having vocational two. One is healthcare and the second one is the multimedia. So if you are trained in multimedia, you are able to do some cartoons, animations. You can work for some films also. Nowadays, everything is going on with computer graphics only. So you can work in that. So you can create your own employment. And healthcare is also, you can have your own pharmacy, medical shop. Okay. Or you can work in some hospitals. Like that, you can provide employment on your own. No need to go for somebody to ask, give me some employment like that. So we are giving this vocational training for the children after completing their education. There is some degree, they have to make themselves as self-employed, and they are should be in a such a position. They have to provide employment for some other people, like that. So here in this picture, I shown you that 7.6% of unemployment rate in April 2019. So May 17 to 2019, if you observe, the unemployment rate has increased nearly 7.6%. So in the beginning, I told you unemployment rate, that is the unemployed people by number of population in India. Then you get the unemployment rate. So in April 2019, nearly 7.6% of unemployment rate is there. And unemployment rate in the past 2 years has increased to 1.9. Here, first one is only from 2017 May to April 2019. Here, compare totally, they are taking nearly 1.9 times unemployment rate has increased in India. And at the same time, rural employment rate is 7.61%, whereas the youth 20 to 24 years age group unemployment has increased to 15%. That means more unemployed youth are there in India. Now also you can see so many children or the students are getting degrees and they are remaining unemployed. Most of the engineering students, after completing some 4 years of engineering or 5 years, they are not able to get the job. So you have to be in a position to make your own employment. So whatever you learn, whatever the education you are getting, that must make you to get self-employment. No, we should not depend on anyone. You yourself has to start some business, provide some job opportunities to other people also like you. Okay, so that should be there in India. That is why now PM Modi ji is telling for getting skill development programs. So in degree colleges, government degree colleges, we have Jawahar Lal JKC అనమాట, అంటే నాలెడ్జ్ సెంటర్స్, జవహర్ నాలెడ్జ్ సెంటర్స్ ఉంటాయి. అక్కడ మీకు కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్, కంప్యూటర్ నాలెడ్జ్ and other skills will be given to you, or training will be given to you, people who are getting their some government degree college. సో జేకేసీలు ఉన్నాయి, జవహర్ నాలెడ్జ్ సెంటర్ అని. సో వాటికి పంపిస్తారు. సో డిగ్రీ అయిపోయి బయటకు వచ్చే టయానికి మీకు కొత్త గొప్పగా ఏదో ఒక స్కిల్ ఉంటుంది. ఇలా కంప్యూటర్ లాంగ్వేజెస్, ఇప్పుడు ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడా కంప్యూటర్సే కదా. సో కంప్యూటర్ లాంగ్వేజెస్, ఇప్పుడు కొత్త లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఒకప్పుడు C++, జావా నేర్చుకుంటే సరిపోయేది. బీకామ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ టాలీ నేర్చుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు కూడా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. సో కంప్యూటర్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఎసెన్షియల్ అన్నమాట, క్రైటీరియా. సో ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా కంప్యూటర్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి. సో ఇవన్నీ స్కిల్స్ మనము డెవలప్ చేసుకోగలిగితే ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అనేవి వస్తాయి. ఈ రెండు ఉండాలి మనకి, కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ ఉండాలి, అలాగే కంప్యూటర్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి. అలాగే చదువుకోవడం ఊరికే మార్కుల కోసం చదువుకోవడం కాదు, కాన్సెప్ట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఉండాలి. సో 2 years ఎకనామిక్స్ నువ్వు ఏం నేర్చుకున్నావు అని అంటే బ్లాంక్ ఫేస్ ఉండకూడదు. యూ షుడ్ బి ఇన్ ఏ పొజిషన్ టు సే వాట్ ఆర్ ది మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎకనామిక్స్ లో ఏమేం బ్రాంచెస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఏమేమి ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అక్కడ ప్రైస్ డిమాండ్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఇవన్నీ సప్లై అంటే ఏంటి, ఇవన్నీ బేసిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ మీకు ఉండాలి. లా ఆఫ్ డిమాండ్ అంటే ఏంటి, లా ఆఫ్ సప్లై అంటే ఏంటి, ప్రైస్ డిటర్మినేషన్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, వాట్ ఆర్ ద వేరియస్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మార్కెట్స్, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనము కాన్సెప్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ గా నేర్చుకోవాలి. అంతేగాని ఊరికే ఏదో మార్కుల కోసం అని బట్టి కొట్టి చదవడం కాదు. ఇవన్నీ వచ్చినప్పుడు రేపటి రోజు కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ లో బాగా రాస్తారు. ఇండియన్ ఎకానమీ ఒక పేపర్ ఉంటుందన్నా, నువ్వు గ్రూప్ 1 రాసినా, గ్రూప్ 2 రాసినా, ఏది రాసినా కూడా నీకు ఇండియన్ ఎకానమీ అనే పేపర్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. అక్కడ ఎకనామిక్స్ మీకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది. అలాగే ఇండియన్ పాలిటీ ఉంటుంది, సివిక్స్ యూజ్ అవుతుంది. సో మనము సబ్జెక్ట్ పరంగా నేర్చుకోవాలి అది. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనము అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ రెడ్యూస్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఇవి కూడా కొన్ని రెమెడియల్ మెజర్స్. మరి మనకు సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అనేది ఉండాలి. అలాంటివన్నీ మనలోనే ఉంటాయి. అవన్నీ కూడా మనం చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి, మనుషులు చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. ఫస్ట్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎన్ని స్కీమ్స్ పెట్టినా కూడా చాలా మందికి ఆ స్కీమ్స్ ఉన్నాయా అనేది కూడా తెలియదు, అవేర్నెస్ తక్కువ ఉంది ఇండియాలో. అందుకనే మనకి ఇలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో మెయిన్ థింగ్ వచ్చి పాపులేషన్ కంట్రోల్ అనేది ఉండాలి. పాపులేషన్ పెరిగే కొద్దీ అంతమందికి అన్ని ఫెసిలిటీస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి అని అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ కూడా కష్టమే అన్నమాట. కాబట్టి మనం ఆలోచించుకోవాలి, సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ వైపుకి వెళ్ళడానికి మనం ఆలోచించుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్ నేనేం చేయాలి, నేనేం చేస్తే నాకు ఇన్కమ్ ఉంటుంది, నేను ఇంకో నలుగురికి ఎలా సహాయపడగలను అనేది ఆలోచించుకొని చేస్తే కన్నా ఇక్కడ యూత్ ఎక్కువ అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ లో ఉన్నారని చెప్పాడు కదా. ఎందుకు అంటే ఒకటి లేజినెస్, రెండోది వచ్చి మనం చదువుకున్న చదువుకి తగిన ఉద్యోగం కావాలి అని అంటే అది అందరికి అయ్యే కట్ట కాదు నాన్న. కాబట్టి మనం చదివిన చదువుకి తగిన ఉద్యోగమే రావాలి అని అనుకోకూడదు. ఏదైనా సరే ఒక ఉద్యోగం అనేది మనం చెయ్యాలి, ఎర్నింగ్ అనేది ఉండాలి, ఆ తర్వాత నువ్వు ట్రై చేసుకోవచ్చు. అంతేగాని నేను చదువుకున్న చదువుకి వస్తేనే ఉద్యోగం చేస్తాను లేకపోతే లేదు అట్లా చెప్పకూడదు. అలాగే ఇంకోటి ఉంటది, ఇన్కమ్ తక్కువ ఉంటే నేను పని చేయను, ఎక్కువ ఉంటేనే నేను పని చేస్తాను అని అనుకుంటే అసలు ఏం లేకుండా ఉండడానికంటే కూడా ఎంతో కొంత ఇన్కమ్ ఉండడం అనేది బెస్ట్ కదా. కాబట్టి అది చేస్తే మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఫర్దర్ గా మన యొక్క ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చూసుకోవాలన్నమాట. అంతేకాని ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనము ఏ పని చేయకుండా లేజీగా డిపెండెన్స్ గా ఉండకూడదు, ఇండిపెండెంట్ గా ఉండడానికి ట్రై చేయాలి. అలాగే మన ఆలోచనలలో మార్పు రావాలి, మన ఫ్యామిలీస్ లో చేంజ్ రావాలి. ఆడవాళ్ళు ఉద్యోగం చేయకూడదు, మగవాళ్ళే చేయాలి అలా ఏం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇద్దరు కలిసి సంపాదిస్తే ఫ్యామిలీ హ్యాపీగా ఉంటది అన్నమాట. అది ఓకేనా. కాబట్టి ఇలాంటివన్నీ ఉంటాయి నాన్న, ఇది మన చేతుల్లోనే ఉంటది. అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ రిడక్షన్ గవర్నమెంట్ సో మెనీ స్కీమ్స్ దే ఆర్ ఇంట్రడ్యూసింగ్, బట్ వీఆర్ నాట్ అవేర్ ఆఫ్ దోస్ స్కీమ్స్. If you utilize these schemes, whatever we discussed in our class, you can reduce the unemployment problem in India. Okay?
India. Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear, Amma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Nana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
For your
Thank you, madam.
very patience listening to
Thank
me.
you, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you, miss. Bye, ma'am.
Okay.